Have you ever looked in the mirror after a hair appointment and thought to yourself, something about this color just doesn't feel right anymore? Maybe it's a shade you've worn for years, one that used to light up your face, but now it somehow feels off, like it's working against you instead of for you. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Women over 60 ask me this question more than any other. Does my hair color still suit me? This video isn't about chasing youth or following trends. It's about honoring where you are in life, understanding how your hair and skin naturally evolve, and making thoughtful color choices that bring out your best features today, not 20 years ago. I've seen firsthand how just one small adjustment in hair color can brighten the entire face, soften fine lines, and most importantly, boost confidence in a way no beauty product can. So if you've ever wondered whether your hair color might be adding years, or how to find one that makes you feel vibrant and seen, stay with me. We're going to uncover the most common color mistakes that age women unnecessarily and discover the shades and techniques that can help you glow again, naturally and effortlessly. Hair colors that may be aging you. Let's talk about something that's rarely said out loud. Sometimes the hair color we've been loyal to for decades starts to work against us, not for us. And it's not about vanity. It's about how color interacts with the changes in our hair texture, skin tone, and facial features as we age. What once looked vibrant and flattering in your 40s might now feel a little too harsh or dull. The truth is, not all colors age the same way, and neither do we. So let's start with one of the most common culprits, jet black hair. Beautiful, but brutal. Jet black hair can be striking. It's bold, classic, and dramatic. But here's the hard truth. On mature skin, it often casts shadows that emphasize the very things we'd rather not highlight, like fine lines, under-eye circles, and uneven skin tone. The reason is contrast. Jet black creates a hard line between your hair and your skin, especially if your complexion has lightened or lost some of its warmth over the years. That strong contrast can make the face look washed out or even stern. It can take the softness out of your features, and instead of enhancing your natural beauty, it can unintentionally harden it. If you've always had dark hair and don't feel ready to give it up, don't worry. You don't have to. The key is softening the color just a little. A dark espresso base with subtle lowlights, or even a deep chocolate tone with a touch of warmth, can keep the drama without the harshness. You'll still feel like you, just refreshed and more radiant. Ashy and platinum blonde, a false sense of brightness. Now let's talk about the other end of the spectrum. Many women turn to icy blondes, like platinum or ash blonde, as a way to blend or camouflage gray. And while these shades can be stunning on certain skin tones, they often backfire on mature skin. Cool blondes tend to suck the warmth out of the face. Instead of brightening your features, they can make your complexion look flat, even tired. You might notice your skin looking paler, your eyes less defined, and your overall appearance just a little faded. The problem isn't that blonde is bad, it's that too much cool tone doesn't play nicely with skin that's naturally lost some of its warmth. The solution? Opt for a softer, warmer blonde. Buttery tones, honey highlights, or golden undertones can lift your whole face without screaming, "I'm trying to look younger." It's not about being blonde, it's about choosing the right kind of blonde for your skin tone. Flat, one-dimensional brown, the helmet hair effect. Last but definitely not least is one of the most common choices I see in women over 60. Medium to dark brown hair, dyed from root to tip, with no variation in tone. It covers the gray, yes, but it can also create what stylists sometimes call helmet hair. Why? Because the uniformity makes it look more like a solid object than natural, flowing hair. Flat brown lacks depth and movement. It can cast shadows on the face, especially around the eyes and mouth, and without natural highlights or lowlights, it can actually make the skin look dull. The absence of light reflection is what ages the look. It gives the impression of heaviness and can drag down the entire face. Again, the fix is subtle. You don't have to go full balayage or bleach your hair. Adding a few lighter tones around the face, soft chestnut, warm caramel, or even cinnamon, can bring back that natural sparkle. Think of it like contouring with color. Just a few well-placed highlights can lift and illuminate everything. Why hair changes after 60. Before we talk about how to fix color challenges, it's important to understand why they happen in the first place. Because once you know what's really going on with your hair and skin, it becomes so much easier to make choices that actually work for you, not against you. Let's start with the hair itself. Most women over 60 have noticed some combination of thinning, dryness, or loss of volume. But it's not just about having less hair. What many don't realize is that the structure of each strand actually changes. The diameter of your hair becomes smaller, meaning each strand is finer, more fragile, and often more difficult to style or color the way it used to. Then there's gray hair. We all know it happens as melanin production decreases, but gray hair isn't just colorless, it's also different in texture. It tends to be coarser, more wiry, and sometimes even resistant to hair dye. That's why your go-to color formula from 10 years ago might now fade too quickly or take on a different tone. Your hair is literally behaving differently, and it needs a different approach. But the biggest game changer isn't your hair, it's your skin. Our skin tone subtly shifts over time. It often loses the warmth and fullness it had in our 30s and 40s. As underlying fat decreases and skin becomes thinner, the natural glow that once balanced strong hair colors begins to fade. So the deep brown or vibrant black you once wore with ease might now feel like it's overpowering your face. Even more, the contrast between your skin and your hair becomes more noticeable. This contrast, what stylists call value contrast, is key. Youthful looks tend to have a balance between hair, skin, and eye color. But as we age, that balance shifts. If we don't adjust our hair color accordingly, it can throw everything off and unintentionally highlight the very signs of aging we'd prefer to soften. And let's not forget the emotional piece. Our perception of what looks natural also changes. A hair color that once felt like you might start to feel like a costume. Not because you've changed your style, but because your features have evolved. The good news? You're not stuck. Once you understand these natural changes, you can start working with them, not fighting against them. Hair color can still be vibrant, flattering, and full of life. It just needs to reflect where you are now, not where you used to be. 3 hair color techniques that rejuvenate your look. Now that we've looked at the colors that might be aging you and why those changes happen, let's shift to something more exciting, because here's the part most women don't hear enough. The right hair color can absolutely bring out your natural glow, soften your features, and make you feel radiant without trying to look like someone you're not. Here are 3 color techniques I've seen work beautifully for mature women. They're subtle, thoughtful, and designed to enhance who you are today. 1. Dimensional brunettes with warmth. One of the most powerful ways to elevate brunette hair is by adding warmth and dimension. You might be thinking, I've always been a brown-haired woman, but here's the key difference: how that brown is applied. Flat brown color from root to tip can feel heavy and dull, but when you introduce soft highlights like caramel, chestnut, or golden mocha, it changes everything. These tones reflect light, especially around the face, and give the illusion of smoother skin and brighter eyes. Think of it like natural sunlight hitting your hair. Youthful hair isn't just one color, it has variation. Mimicking that natural depth makes your hair look healthier and more vibrant, which in turn brings life back to your whole face. You don't need chunky streaks or dramatic contrast. Just a few face-framing highlights or even deeper lowlights underneath can make a world of difference. And if you're nervous about going too light, start small. A skilled colorist can blend warmth into your current shade gradually, and the result can be transformative. 2. soft, buttery blondes. If you love being blonde, but platinum has started feeling harsh, there's a beautiful middle ground. Buttery blondes offer all the brightness you crave, but with a softness that flatters mature skin. These tones use hints of honey, champagne, or golden beige to bring warmth back to your complexion. And unlike icy blondes that can draw attention to fine lines, these shades reflect light in a way that smooths and lifts. What's especially wonderful about buttery blonde is that it works with your hair's natural tendency to warm up over time. That means less maintenance, fewer toners, and healthier hair in the long run. It's flattering, it's feminine, and it doesn't fight against your skin tone. It enhances it. If you've been using purple shampoo to fight brassiness, consider switching to a color-enhancing formula designed for warm blondes. Let your color shine instead of dulling it down. You'll be surprised how much lighter and fresher your face can look with just a slight shift in tone. 3. Strategic silver and gray blending. This might surprise you, but silver doesn't have to mean giving up. In fact, some of the most elegant and youthful-looking women I've ever worked with have fully embraced their natural gray, but done it strategically. Instead of letting the gray grow in unevenly or covering it entirely, gray blending adds dimension, shine, and intention. That could mean soft silver highlights around the face, blended lowlights to smooth the transition, or even glossing treatments to enhance natural grays. Why does it work so well? Because properly maintained silver has a luminous quality. It catches the light and reflects it back onto the skin, creating a glow that looks confident and graceful. It's not trying to hide anything. It's showcasing everything you've earned. If you've been on the fence about going gray, consider a transitional approach. Ask your colorist about silver blending or dimensional gray. You don't have to go cold turkey. You can ease into it with style, purpose, and beauty. How to choose the right color for your skin and lifestyle. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, I'm ready to try something new, but how do I actually know what color will look best on me? That's a great question, and honestly, it's one of the most important ones you can ask. Because finding the right hair color isn't just about picking a pretty shade on a box or a Pinterest board. It's about matching that color to your skin tone, your hair texture, and your lifestyle. Start with your skin's undertone. A good colorist, or a smart home approach, starts with your skin. As we age, our skin tends to lose some of the rosiness or golden warmth it once had. That means the colors that used to flatter us might now feel too harsh or cool. If your skin has taken on a cooler, more neutral tone, warm colors like honey, golden beige, or warm brown can help restore brightness. If your skin still carries natural pink or peach undertones, you might be able to pull off softer ash tones. But be careful not to go too icy or flat. A great trick: hold up gold and silver jewelry near your face. If gold looks better, you likely lean warm. If silver brightens your skin more, you might be cooler. And if both look good, you're probably neutral, which gives you more flexibility. Be honest about your maintenance level. Some colors are simply higher maintenance than others. Platinum blondes, cool silvers, and very dark colors often require root touch-ups every 3 to 4 weeks. If that feels like a lot, that color might not fit your lifestyle anymore. On the other hand, softer, dimensional shades like blended brunettes or warm blondes tend to grow out more gracefully. You can go longer between appointments, and the regrowth won't look so stark. And if you're coloring at home, look for formulas made specifically for mature hair. These often contain lower ammonia blends and conditioning agents that respect your hair's new texture. Know what to ask your colorist. Whether it's your first visit or your 10th, don't be afraid to ask questions. A great colorist will welcome them. Here are a few to keep in mind. How does this color work with my current skin tone? Can you add dimension, especially around my face? How will we keep my hair healthy while coloring? What kind of upkeep will this require? Even more importantly, bring photos of real women, ideally around your age and with similar features, who have the color you're aiming for. Skip celebrity red carpets. Aim for authenticity, not fantasy. Let's take a step back and remember something important. This isn't about covering up who you are. It's about celebrating who you've become. Hair color is simply one of the many tools you can use to express how you feel on the inside. And the goal here isn't to look younger. It's to look vibrant, healthy, and completely at home in your own skin. Sometimes that means softening a shade you've worn for decades. Other times, it means embracing your natural silver with pride. But more than anything, it means choosing colors that reflect the real you. Not the version of you from 20 years ago, and not the version someone else thinks you should be. You deserve hair that lifts your features, brightens your complexion, and fits the rhythm of your life today. Whether you decide to warm up your brunette, soften your blonde, or blend your gray, the most important part is that you feel confident when you walk out the door, or even just past your bathroom mirror. And here's the truth. People notice confidence more than they notice color. When you choose a shade that supports your features, complements your skin, and feels authentic to your identity, that's when heads turn. Not because you look younger, but because you look fully alive. If this video helped you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who might be going through a hair color rut of her own. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know. What hair color has ever made you feel the most you? Remember, elegance starts from within. And you, exactly as you are today, are already radiant.